All right, everyone. We are live and we are letting agents in the door as we speak. We're going to go ahead and kick this thing right now. But really quick, before we dive into anything, by a show of hands, how many folks on here have actually gone ahead and filled out a quote online for either a life or a health insurance policy? Hey, I'm seeing a lot of hands going up. That's awesome. Now, keep your hand up if you also instantly regretted filling out that form online. Yep, I'm seeing all the hands staying up. Exactly. That is why insurance lead generation needs to change and why insurance discovery is actually broken. So let's go ahead and dive on into this and how it works today and why it is broken. Now, when a consumer needs life or health insurance, they're going to go to Google and they're going to search for either life or health insurance near me. They're going to click on a form, they're going to answer a few questions, and then their phone explodes, right? And consumers get what they didn't ask for. They didn't ask for advice, they didn't ask for five quotes, and they didn't ask to be sold. They just wanted to talk to someone. What are my options? What can I do? Right. But instead, dozens, sometimes hundreds of calls, different agents, different scripts, but all the same pressure. And so what do? They stop answering their phone. It's simple. And they experience confusion, pressure, and regret. They start asking questions like, what did I just sign up for? Which agent do I trust and how do I make it stop? They didn't choose an agent. The system chose for them. And what you experience as an agent is that you end up chasing people who never wanted to be chased. You buy the leads, you call fast, you follow up, but you're not competing on trust. You are competing on speed. And as we all know, speed is a race to the bottom. Now, a quick show of hands. Who on this call converts at a higher rate when a lead calls you versus you calling and chasing them? Seeing a lot of hands come up, and exactly because when someone calls you, they've already decided. Think about it. When you get an inbound call, you have permission. The consumer chose you. The conversation starts with trust. You're helping, not convincing. But when you're doing cold outreach and it's an outbound call, you're interrupting their day. You are one of many. You are overcoming resistance before the conversation even starts. Yet the entire industry is built on outbound, and everyone wonders why conversion is so hard. And then it got personal for me. My mom, a real moment, a real failure of the system. And what had happened? She transitioned from her employer coverage to Medicare. She called me a month later, completely distraught. Last month's prescriptions were under $100. This month, almost $500 for the exact same prescriptions. Now, she asked me a simple question. How do I get in touch with my Medicare rep? We looked everywhere. We went through emails, paperwork, portals, nothing, no name, no phone number, no human. Now, she had coverage, but she had no connection. And that's when it clicked. The real problem isn't policies, it's access. She didn't need another form. She needed her person. She needed someone she could choose, someone she could find again, someone accountable. Now, if my mom, a smart, capable consumer, couldn't find her agent, how is anyone supposed to? And the cold hard truth, they don't. They're routed, they're sold, they're recycled. They never get to choose. What if we change that? What if the power shifted? What if consumers could search locally, see real professionals, read profiles and reviews, choose who they want to talk to, and then simply call them? What would that mean for you? You're no longer chasing leads. You're not racing to the bottom and competing on price. You are being chosen. And that's why we built this. It's not a lead system. This is a discovery platform. And this is the shift. It goes from hunting to being found, from volume, speed, and burnout to visibility, authority, and choice. And this time, no one loses. Consumers get clarity, agents get better conversations, and the industry finally evolves. Now, the problem that we solved is that consumers don't know who to trust and agents don't control discovery. So we built the starting point. One place, every local agent, 200,000 plus life and health agents preloaded and counting, one nationwide search and map experience. There are no gatekeepers, there's no bait and switch, just real professionals. This is built for how people choose. They search, they compare, they decide, they connect. There's no funnels, there's no forced routing, and best of all, there's no pressure. Now, your profile is your front door. Claim it, control it, and own it. When a consumer reaches out through your profile, it's your lead. And these are leads without interruption. These are direct calls to you. There's no resale of the lead, there's no dilution, and there's no bidding wars. This isn't lead generation, it's lead ownership. Now, let's get to the fun part, shall we? Visibility changes everything. So we created Local Legend. Local Legend placement allows you to show up at the very top of the search results in your markets. You'll be visually distinguished from your competitors, and there is a simple notification where they can click to call you directly. Now, we are limited to 3 spots per zip code, and once they are gone, they are gone. And what happens when you claim it? You don't compete, you dominate. Consumers don't scroll, they choose. Now, your profile appears inside competitor profiles in your marketplace. You have the ability to intercept attention at the exact moment of decision. Competitive boxing, this is not advertising, it's positioning at its finest. And this works because we didn't invent demand. People already search, people already compare, and people already choose. We simply organized it. This is built to scale, built to last. Agents receive evergreen visibility. Local legends receive local exclusivity and long-term authority. And once you're positioned, you don't have to keep chasing. Now, this is the real shift from buying lists, racing to call first, competing on price, to being chosen, being trusted, and being visible where it matters. Now, my mom didn't need more options. She needed her person. And this platform makes you that person. The question isn't if this wins, it's who locks it in first. Because once your market is claimed, it stays claimed. Let's go ahead and dive into a live demo so we can see it in action. Now, as you can see, topagentnearme.com gives us the ability to do a simple search here. I can search by area. I can go in and plug in an agent's name and search by name. Now, a consumer more than likely is going to go ahead and just click the find agent or plug in their marketplace. Once they do this, agents are going to populate on the map. Again, there's over 200,000 plus that still need to claim profiles. Now, what this advertising placement looks like, if I zoom in down here, we have Kevin Hom, who is going to show up as a local legend in this marketplace. You can see that Kevin's profile is significantly different from the competitors and it stands out. And we have an opportunity to have this call local legend here, but it is also highlighting to the consumer that this is a sponsored placement. So it does show that it is an ad. Right now, they have the ability to click this button to call directly to that agent, or they can click to go to Kevin's profile. Now, once you've created your profile, you should go ahead and add a tagline and an About Me section. That's something that Kevin's currently working on, but should have done soon. The About Me will show up right here. The tagline is going to show up just under here. And then once he has reviews on his profile, it's also going to show a review count right here and the review rating. You'll also note that Kevin's profile just has the call agent and a get our contact agent button. And once we click on contact agent, it is actually going to list Kevin's information here. Now, this is going to be the same whether that consumer visited one of our local legends or whether they visited a non-claimed profile. They still have the ability to contact that specific agent. So again, we do not resell your leads. We're not sending them to your competitors. This is a direct one-to-one contact that comes to your profile, whether you are a local legend claimed or not. It simply boils down to having your profile dialed in, connections. Now, the advertising space is very simple. You show up on competitors, but you also show up in the search when people search. Now, when a consumer actually connects directly with you, you get an alert in your database, and so does the consumer that they reached out to you, giving them a placeholder so that they can go back and look at your profile again. Now, if the consumer ends up doing a deal, they end up purchasing life or health insurance, once that agent goes ahead and selects that lead has been converted in their database, it's automatically going to attach that lead to the agent so they can see this is my agent, somebody that I currently have a policy with. Now, for now, we aren't passing any of the policy details or the policy information over. We're keeping that separate. And we're keeping this all about the agent's visibility in their local marketplaces so that we can transform how consumers actually see and find health and life insurance agents. Now, in the event that you wanted to go ahead and claim your profile, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to plug in a name. Let's say John Smith. There should be a couple John Smiths in there. Let's see what we get from our database. Let me go ahead and take a peek. We're actually going to go to find an agent on the list. So let's go ahead and go in. Let's say, for example, you were this agent right here and you wanted to claim your profile. Very straightforward. You're just going to scroll down on this. You're going to click claim this profile. You'll enter in your last name, and then the system is going to do a search for your profile. You're going to go through a couple of steps. You'll get an email, and you'll see a little notification as to where that email was sent at the bottom, and you'll be able to fill in your details so that you can complete your profile. So, with that being shown, the next step is simple. You don't need to decide anything today. You just need to claim your profile and secure your presence on the map. So, when you go in this, you're either going to be claiming a profile if it's already in the system and it already exists. Now, when you go through that claim profile process, it was exactly what I just showed you, where you're going to go and click on your own profile. Once your profile pulls up, then you're going to go ahead and click that claim profile in the bottom right corner. You'll go through some steps to get that taken care of. Now, once your profile is claimed, you're going to want to do things like upload your headshot, add the about me, load in your tagline, and then start sending out review requests to past clients. Now, if you're new here and you don't see your profile, it's very simple. You're just going to click sign in the top right corner. You're going to click the sign up button. You will select agent and you'll fill out your details and hit create account. Next, it's going to take you through all of the steps to make sure that your account has all of the necessary pieces to it so you can be live, showing your NPN, showing all of your business information. Now, this allows you to control how you appear and protect your market. And this is not a commitment. Claiming your profile does not mean that you're buying ads, signing a contract, or locking anything in today. It simply ensures that you don't lose your spot and that you can be seen in your local market as a life or a health insurance provider. Next, once your profile is claimed or created, schedule a short strategy call with your new growth director. What we'll cover on that call: your local market, local legend availability, your positioning opportunity, and whether this makes sense for you or not. And trust us, if it's not a good fit, we will tell you. Why we do it this way is that this platform isn't for everyone. It's for agents who think long-term, value authority, understand positioning, and want to be chosen. And this is how markets are won. It's not by rushing, it's not by chasing, but by showing up early and locking in position. Take action now and claim your profile. Schedule your conversation, secure your presence, protect your market, and start being chosen. The window of opportunity is open, but it won't stay that way. Once local legend spots are filled, they're gone. And the agents who move first become the default. Thank you so much for attending today. I hope to see you all inside Top Agent Near Me. Go ahead and claim your profile and get signed up so that you can meet with one of our team members and learn how you can start dominating your local markets today. Check out topagentnearme.com and go claim your profile.